Entering the Twilight Zone with today's main topic, the Yacht Girl. The Yacht Girl storyline. The Yacht Girl storyline. This is quite hot. This is quite hot. And right now, how many of us? More than 5,000 royal rogues right now. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've never had more than 5,000 on a single live, on a spontaneous show. I don't know if number in these shows do have some kind of order, but 5,000 royal rogues. That's certainly, most certainly, a record. Thank you for being here. So we have this. The center view on Twitter tweets, former CIA covert operations officer Mike Baker. Full disclosure, I do think Harry is a wanker. Joe Rogan, well, he seems to be. It's like, I guess he has, look at his body language, the body language of a wanker. They also discuss Meghan Markle's days as a yacht girl. And of course, this is all allegedly, as some person says that I'm going to talk about him in a while. But I took a bit of a time to add subtitles to this video. I'm going to play it. And if there's something that we should be reviewing on air, we'll play it again. I'm going to play it once right now.
Full disclosure, I do think Harry's a wanker, but
he seems to be. And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
I haven't heard that term in a while. She's a harlot. Almost.
She's well, harlot's bad, right? She's just powerful. She's
actually, that's a good point. Harlot and temptress.
Yeah, I think harlots are.
It's like comparing melons to apples.
The definition of a harlot is a prostitute.
Yeah, that's a whole word.
I take that back.
Yeah,
It's a her.
It's a her. Yeah, I don't think she's that.
No.
But she?
No.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time? There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
Wow. No.
Well, there's a lot, of course, when they say the word. That word is, he says, I take that back. The harlot and the other word. You can see that Joe Rogan is a bit. He's reading his notes at some point. He has notes on Meghan Markle. That is odd. And then he turns and looks at his producer. The producer is always there, like yes or no, and says no, don't say that. We're gonna get sued. These are the experts suing everybody. Everybody, and all right, I take that back. Better not. I better not say that word again. That's why he has this nervous smile. All right, I don't think she is that much, but a siren, yes, powerful in the sense that controlling Huawei and controlling Huawei's platforms, perhaps. Well, yes, I agree, and that's why I call this the Twilight Zone, going down the rabbit hole, and there are clues, of course, that have been, since forever, thanks to Harry's gray suit, bringing this to our attention from Tumblr. That you know that we have all these dark corners of the internet and how they will clean in some way. We have Alice of the Castle with the view of the recent Rogan's comments on Meghan Markle. Many of you have seen this picture already. You see that there's Meghan with her Cajuna hat. I always forget the name of that kind of hats. That kind of hats. And we also have this. Now look at the below one. This is Karina Shuliak, Epstein's girlfriend. Challenge, find her on the yacht photo. It has always been in plain sight. We have, you know that people are, this theory of the 6 degrees of separation, that we are separated from every other person in this planet by only 6 degrees. Okay, so if Meghan Markle has hang out with Karina, then she was separated from Jeffrey Epstein just by 1 degree. That will be 1 degree, right? Or 2 degrees. That will be 2 degrees. Okay, some say Panama hat, but others, I'm gonna put other websites that call it in a different way, that hat. But we have, that in Venezuela, in Spanish, we have this saying, when the river sounds, it's because it brings stones, because you have some kind of noise. If you hear some kind of noise, there must be a reason you hear that kind of noise. I would like to know. I'm sure there's a similar expression in English. But by now we have the biographer of Ghislaine Maxwell that's beginning to, say things, thanks to Thrice Britannia on Twitter. While the gloves are truly off, the press are now reporting on Meghan Markle's links as a yacht girl. So the river is bringing more rocks, is sounding even louder, and this sound is bad news for the Harkles, because this is very, very sordid news if they are true. Did Meghan Markle meet Prince Andrew before Harry via Ghislaine Maxwell? This was on Geo.tv. Ghislaine Maxwell's unofficial biographer has suggested that Meghan Markle may have met Prince Andrew via Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein years before she met Prince Harry. UK's The Steeple Times in 2020 reported that a renowned journalist tipped them off to inquire whether the now Duchess of Sussex met Prince Andrew as a friend of the convicted PDF file Epstein before she met Harry. This question was revisited by Summers, the author of Ghislaine Maxwell, an unauthorized biography, in a new podcast shared on YouTube, in which she explored the connections between Markle, her close friend Marcus Anderson, and I have to apologize, my royal rogues, because since, 1 year, I'm saying that I'm going to make some kind of video about Marcus Anderson, some investigation. I haven't done it. And I apologize for that. I have to do it. Who is this guy? What is all the information we have? He is the link between so many things about Meghan Markle and Harry, that it has to be done. Epstein, Maxwell, and Prince Andrew. I still remember my first solid analysis about Prince Andrew, that infamous interview. I think it was for the BBC, right? What's a BBC interview? Suggesting that Markle's friend Anderson may have been a connector to Epstein as far back as 2001. 2001, Summers shared that the media may find a photo of Markle on a yacht in Phuket, Thailand, cavorting with Prince Andrew through Maxwell. That would be the bomb. But I'm sure that if such a photo exists, the problem right now is that proving that such a photo is real will be like proving that this photo of Prince Andrew with Virginia Giuffre is real. That I've analyzed that photo a couple times. For me, is the real deal. It's just a picture of them together. No further ado about that. But in my opinion, in my analysis and my experience of decades, this kind of analysis, for me, is the real deal. If a photo such as this of Meghan Markle with Prince Andrew years ago surfaces, that will be quite a scandal. And I think Harry has been addressing that. And as Lady C, I'm going to play a clip of Lady Colin Campbell in a minute, has mentioned that I think Harry was trying to address the possible waters of a possible scandal, because they know that once, effectively, and I think every royal commentator has said that this, once the Queen is no longer here, Queen Elizabeth II gone, then we can expect anything. And well, both the horror mentory and the memoirs, Harry's memoirs, are an attack that we are glad that the Queen is not around to see them, to not be aware of them. Now, what is going on with the royal family, with the monarchy? I have to change my opinion about this. I think after reading the book, it's a good move to just not react, not say anything. You don't have to say anything. It's like Harry buried himself with that book. He buried his reputation with that book. They don't have to say absolutely anything, and because his credibility is also tarnished, at least for years. There's so many inconsistencies, so many lies, and we are close right now to 8,000 Royal Rogues watching the Royal Rogue live. Have you hit the like button yet? I know you have, and thank you for that. Somers also claimed that Markle, wait a minute, all right. That Markle had been invited to the Yacht Week 2016 that year. Oh my God, that year. An event later described as Sodom and Gomorrah at sea by GQ, although it remains unclear whether the Duchess of Sussex attended the event. The author further said on Twitter, the Duchess of Sussex is controlled by the same forces that control Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know what you think, but since Meghan was pushing for, this reinvention of herself at that moment, I always remember that magnificent video of, according to TASS, of reinventing Meghan. That video was perfection. If we remember what was Meghan's version at that time, she was heavily reinventing herself as an activist, as a humanitarian. I don't know, she would have committed the mistake of going to Yacht Week in 2016, because it would have been really public with a lot of people in levels that would have noticed that who she was. Okay, I'm not saying that she was uber famous, but just noticing that she was there and just connecting the dots and realizing that at that moment she already had Harry just a few steps away from Harry. I think Meghan wouldn't have committed that mistake. I don't think. Absolutely don't think. Maybe years before, that's fair game. Years before makes more sense. Now, what else do we have with this? Thanks, my panel on Twitter. Remember, Virginia Giuffre legal team threatened to call Meghan as their witness. Virginia Giuffre's lawyer suggests calling Meghan Markle to testify in Prince Andrew case. I mean, why would there be a connection? Why would there be a connection? Why would there be a connection if whatever happened between Prince Andrew and Virginia Roberts at the time, Meghan had nothing to do with that? Right? Meghan had nothing to do with that with them at that moment, at least publicly. Once Meghan enters, we know that she was really friend at some point. She became really friends of Prince Andrew's daughters, especially Eugenie, but it was for different reasons, right? That's what we believe. But we don't know why their lawyers. I don't know. I think this was some kind of power play. I think this was this kind of headlines is what one calls in public relations and in political strategy and in mass manipulation as a power play. It's like you're moving a chess piece. Okay? You're moving a chess piece to rattle public opinion around something, to ask the question, what does Meghan have to do with this? Either with Virginia or Prince Andrew. All right, and when the questions begin to, I think this was Virginia's lawyers trying to twist the arm of Prince Andrew and by extension of the royal family to reach to settle, reach to a settlement. I think that is the word, settle or settlement about the case. Well, if we go through with this, you know that this is gonna be a bloodbath. So if you don't want this to be a bloodbath, then pay the price. So it's a way you could think that this is manipulation, coercion, but that is the law of the jungle. Okay, this is the most powerful is the one who ends up winning at the end. And this is the other clue that I wanted to show you. Snag Meghan Markle's Cuyana hat. Cuyana, yeah, this is a Panama hat. Why do they call it Cuyana hat? Page 6. What kind of hat is that? On major markdown right now. And that hat, you know that Meghan has been wearing that hat. I don't know how Meghan did not wear that hat to her wedding. That would have been, something special. Instead of a tiara, anybody marrying into the royal family wears a tiara. That is so common. That is so cliche. Wear a Panama hat. Wear a Cuyana hat. That would have been nobody would have paid attention to anything else but Meghan with a Panama hat at her wedding. I should have done that meme. Maybe I will do that meme. Or a fedora. That looks like a fedora, a straw fedora. But well, oh my God, that word. Why do I have to mention Twitter accounts that have that word? I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna lose my YouTube channel. Moon bump overseas. My God, I said that. A summer 62 boomer. She's still not sued the Inquirer, and I don't know how I'm gonna read this. I don't know how I'm gonna read this without getting this video. Yachter. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, whatever. An actress or model, typically female, who supplements her income. Supplements her income? That sounds like OnlyFans, right? By, oh my God, P herself. No, not P herself, but you know the word. Selling the Nuki. I love that Limp Bizkit song. When you sing a song happily without knowing what does it mean. I sang that song, the Nuki, for so long before finding out what was the Nuki about, and then I sung it even more. But that's just me. Herself on yacht owned by millionaires or billionaires. The term yachting, however, has been generalized to include not just that on yachts, but sex for pay with wealthy men, no matter the venue. Thanks to Urban Dictionary, I hope that I don't ring all the alarms. And we have a woman with the hat, or a very close design of the hat. And we have the caption of the photo, Meghan Markle 2016. Meghan Markle in bikini around 2016. You tell me. Well, this is they haven't sued the Inquirer yet. So there's that. According to the National Enquirer, in 2017, after Harry and Meghan engaged to be married, MI5 scrubbed the net of Meghan's salacious past, sealed her court and medical records, and has silenced her friends and acquaintances with hush money and non-disclosure agreements. This is something that I disagree with the date. It says 2017. I'm gonna pull out and Amber Heard napkin right now. 2017. Do you believe the royal family, the Queen, MI5, I don't know, everybody with such high stakes, only finding out that it was American, divorced, an actress, they would have called MI5 on the spot, begin deleting everything. They would have done that proactively since 2016. I can assure you, because if they have waited to 2017 until that, everything would have been found. And I say that under the unique experience being a royal commentator, having a Twitter account, having a Reddit account, and being totally mind blown of the level of research. You, my royal rogues, I'm talking about you, the level of research you put into this. It's something that baffles the human mind. Nobody, no agency, no organization could go as far as to find every clip, every word, every piece, everything about Meghan Markle. If they had waited until 2017, everybody would have found about the truth. This, I'm sure that they scrubbed the entire internet. Deleting everything that could be damaging to the royal family by extension. And in that sense, it is possible. I know that I saw a video from the YouTube channel The Quartering, Jeremy from The Quartering. He was explaining, for example, Taylor Lorenz, this journalist, this very dangerous, has this outreach and power. She's from a family that has connection to the very core of the internet, and they have, well, such abilities as erasing what they want from the internet. It works in certain ways, but it can be done. It can be slow down the information, or even deleting that. I will find out more about that and get it back to you. But I don't think this was in 2017. But well, we got this clue too, and let's talk about Lady Colin Campbell. If Meghan Markle was not a yacht girl, if Meghan didn't meet Prince Andrew at Epstein's yacht before she even met junkie Prince Harry, why would Harry even bother to add a senseless story in his book as an effort to mislead the readers about that subject? Very well played. Why are you explaining, Harry? I don't say that you have to be like the royal family, never explain, never complain. But the moment you address something, you are acknowledging that the rumors exist. And just by the very act of acknowledging some rumors, you are giving them weight. Okay? That is pretty dangerous. That is very dangerous. And I know that Harry's lawyers read this book before it was published, and they greenlighted this, and they said, yeah, the mention of this is okay, and it's okay for a reason. And before we go with Lady Colin Campbell's words, I'm gonna say that we are so close to 10,000 Royal Rogues watching now. I'm sure this has to be a record. This has to be a record. Thanks to the fake Duchess that brought this to my attention, we have this. And you're gonna watch this clip from Lady Colin Campbell, and for your convenience, I have added captions, and I have heavily edited all the pauses. You're gonna see a very choppy video, very choppy clip. Okay, it will look suspicious, but I just just cut all the pauses of Lady Colin Campbell so you can get the message better. So if you see the editing is choppy like all over the place, it's because of that. I was just deleting all the pauses. So let's it's less than 2 minutes, the clip.
In the book, J.R. Molinger has allowed Harry to say, and Harry doubtless said, about some of the accusations against Meghan, including that she was a yacht girl. That's right. It's mentioned in the book. Harry knows only too well that it has received wide publicity. Whether it is true or not is beside the point. That Meghan used to entertain as a yacht girl. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it happened. But I am saying that version of events is out there. Harry knows it. Harry also knows a version of events is out there that Meghan was on Jeffrey Epstein's yacht with Prince Andrew. There are versions of events out there which I will not repeat the details of, which are very concerning to Harry and to Meghan, with links to Prince Andrew via Jeffrey Epstein. Is this an attempt to silence the speculation that indeed Meghan knew Prince Andrew before she ever met Prince Harry? Well, you figure it out for yourself. I know what I think.
Well, I think that will be the most explosive angle. It's not the fact that it could have happened or not. And Lady Colin Campbell knows how to cover herself, how to go through this. This is a very extremely murky area. This is a swamp of information that you have to tread very carefully, very, very carefully. 10,000! Oh my God, 10,000 Royal Rogues right now. Thank you. Thanks for being here and hitting the like button. And remember to subscribe if you like all this secrets and conspiracy theories and gossip about the royals and non-royals. That is the main point. It's not that it happened or not happen. It's the fact that you address that in some way. It's like you address that to distract from the fact that people are realizing that yes, effectively, Meghan could have met Prince Andrew before she met Prince Harry. And that connection will be a scandal of biblical proportions. Such a scandal, I can't even imagine what kind of scandal could it be, but it can happen. And that's why Lady C says it is regardless the Yacht claims are true or not, because what is important here is the more intimate connection. Intimate is not the word. It's the more revealing connection between Meghan and Prince Andrew before. And we have all the clues are out there, especially Virginia Giuffre's lawyers planning to have Meghan testify. I think that was a way to twist everybody's arms and, well, get to that point to absolutely go their way. I mean, Virginia Giuffre and her lawyers. As for the Harkles, they're absolutely not interested of people finding out the truth about this. And I don't know. I think they have run out of NDAs to send people, because I don't know how many more people they can silence this way. Because eventually, in even more in this era, the truth can come out. The moment I'm gonna say this, why it hasn't come out yet. The truth about Meghan meeting Prince Andrew, how it happened, and if it happened, it hasn't happened because nobody has enough to gain from that. But the moment someone has enough to gain from that and not that much to lose, you have the balance, you will find out. Rest assured, that will explode. Still, I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments of this video after we finish.